Faust! Faust!
Oh, there you are, in your study as usual. But how can you stand it in here? There's dust everywhere. And those windows? You'd need a witch on a broomstick to reach them. And I know what you're thinking, that I'm a witch. Well, I just want what's best for Gretchen. You should know better how to treat your wife, especially with a baby on the way. But what are you doing with your life? Playing around with ideas of the supernatural and metaphysical won't put bread on the table or keep your wife warm at night. You spent all those years getting all those degrees, but what good is all your knowledge of law, medicine, theology, and philosophy if you can't even provide for your own family? You need to get a real job, something respectable that will give you stability and security and start earning a proper living. And don't tell me you can't find work. There are plenty of opportunities out there for a man of your education and talent. I remember when I was your age, we didn't have the luxury of pursuing our passions and interests. We couldn't just run off to court festivals and the witches' Sabbath and the like. We had to work hard to put food on the table and keep a roof over our heads. You may think you're too good for such mundane work, but there is nothing wrong with earning an honest living. It's time for you to put aside your childish fantasies and start acting like a responsible adult. But no, you insist on chasing after this silly dream of yours. This idea that you can somehow uncover the secrets of the universe by consorting with a devil? What kind of example are you setting for your children? Well, let me tell you something, Faust. The devil is not to be trusted. He will promise you the world and deliver nothing but misery and despair. You sign something in blood, and it's your blood you're going to lose. And don't get me started on all the time you waste with your lazy, good-for-nothing colleague Wagner and your intellectual and philosophical discussions. He's dragging you down, Faust. And that poodle of his, where did he find that hellspawn of a mangy cur? It tracks mud all over my floors every time he brings it here. You need to cut ties with him and focus on your own work. You need to spend your time pursuing what's best for your family, and you have to do it properly, without the distractions of that useless friend of yours who's only concerned with himself and his ridiculous opinions. And what's all this talk about immortality? You should be focusing on living a good life, not trying to cheat death. It's a fool's errand. You used to start thinking about the legacy you're leaving your children and their children. What kind of reputation will they have if their father is known for consorting with devils and chasing after the supernatural? People never forget that sort of thing. They'd be talking about that for centuries. Is that how you want to be remembered? But no. Instead, you waste your time with your alchemy experiments and your wild theories about the universe. Forget about this metaphysical nonsense. You need to focus on the physical, not some abstract concepts you can't touch. You're so obsessed with discovering the so-called secrets of the cosmos that you've lost sight of what's important, your wife and your child. I don't want to see my daughter suffer because of your foolishness. You need to start taking responsibility and providing for your family. Get a real job, something that will give you stability and security. Leave the supernatural to the foolish and the naive. It's time to grow up, Faust.